and we have to beg and we have to do a lot of dramatic and drastic procedures. That is the situation of Kali. So the third thing is to approach the common society by commonizing the tenets of general applications of Ramanuja's way of life and teachings and guidelines. That is the third thing. Fourth is the skeptic society. The society which is having a lot of doubts. It may be an aspirant skeptic or an anti-skeptic. They must be approached with the tools of dialectical principles and logics. And the second thing is the totally antagonist society. How they must be approached, and they must be taught about the values and validation of Sri Ramanuja's school of thought. Apart from this, how to approach the members of society in different methodologies, that must be made as an action plan and that must be clearly implemented for getting the benefits. So, common society, and for the non-knowers of Ramanuja, self-attribution of philosophy, our own philosophical pride and glory to Ramanuja himself, the skeptic society and antagonist society. Now we are coming to the main core part. How we are going to teach Ramanuja to our fellow sects, brother sects. So, if we teach, there are three things you must understand, that there is appreciation, acceptance and adoption. We cannot compel anybody or all people to accept and adopt our own system. As quoted by Villivaram Narayanacharya Swami in one treatise, he has given the Upodghata preface. Bhaktya tat tat bhayamanan prati nastikyam iva asmabhir upadishtansya tat khandane magasta tesham asmakam cha patakam bhavishyati. So if somebody is practicing something without giving them enlightenment and rational analysis, self-analysis, just pressurizing a philosophy will make them atheistic and skeptic. It is also a sin on our side. So we don't demand anybody's acceptance and adoption. At least we must be able to promulgate our philosophy in a systematic manner by which it can create appreciation in the sects. So to create the sects and to create integrity in our own sects and also integrity in subsects. So these are the 7 methodologies by which a guru can be really glorified. So same common community, then skeptic community, antagonistic community, attribution of one's own glories, then dealing with one's own sects and also the subsects as well as the different sects. So this is how systematically we should preach these things. And when we are preaching these things, we must take down some aspects of Ramanuja to the society. Ramanuja has a beacon of wisdom. That is a project. Ramanuja has a beacon of wisdom. Ramanuja as a savior of downtrodden. Ramanuja as a simplifier or lighthouse for Vedic path. That is the third program. It is very essential because the most crude, impracticable Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga has been very much simplified in Prapatti, and even Prapatti in the case of its adverse nature, it has resulted in the promulgation and resurrection of Acharya Abhimana. Association benefit of an Acharya and our love towards him is the only most effective, the simplest tool by which one could be liberated. That has been propounded by Ramanuja. And even Ramanuja, he declared, even making the simplest simpler, simpler than the simplest, he made it, not even the Acharya Abhimana. Then he thought that he is eligible for liberation, that is due to his association with Koratadvan, who is his disciple, not even Acharya. So he has made even the Acharya Abhimana as a Satshishya Abhimana or Bhagavata Abhimana. So he has made the simplest thing simpler than the simplest. That is his greatness. So taking Ramanuja as a simplifier of the Vedic principles and practice, as well as a lighthouse for all people getting equivalent benefits. Then Ramanuja as an administrator. Everybody is going to talk about administration. What Ramanuja has done in administration, we have to write a separate book and somebody must do MPhil